Okay, so you are looking at one of the most famous, most photographed monuments on the entire planet, right? The Great Sphinx. But what if I told you we're about to see it from an angle that you've probably never considered? And this all started because a single photo sent the internet into this absolute frenzy of jokes, conspiracy theories, and some pretty wild historical debate.
I mean, just think about it for a second. That face of the Great Sphinx. It's just instantly recognizable, isn't it? For literally thousands of years, it's been this quiet, stoic symbol of ancient Egypt. It's a mystery, carved out of a single piece of limestone that, I swear, billions of people could pick out of a lineup in a heartbeat.
And yet, have you ever stopped to think about what's on its other side? I mean, really? Because when a Reddit user posted a photo of the Sphinx's back, the internet just had this collective whoa moment. It was like we all realized at the same time, almost nobody had any clue what was going on back there. And man, did it spark a conversation about what we've all been missing. And this quote from the discussion, it just says it all. I mean, get this. This isn't just some blind spot for tourists like you and me. This comment just shows how completely new and shocking this view is, even for someone who literally grew up right there, in the shadow of the monument. It just goes to show we've all been looking at the exact same thing, the exact same way for a very long time. So let's break down how this whole thing unraveled from just one picture. It all kicks off with the sheer surprise of the photo itself. Then, of course, the internet does what it does best, right? The jokes start rolling in. But from there, it just spirals. It goes from jokes to wild conspiracy theories about hidden chambers, and then, believe it or not, to a complete re-examination of what the Sphinx even is. Okay, let's dive into the fun part first, because before things got too serious, the comment section absolutely exploded with this perfect mix of clever puns and, honestly, some hilariously relatable stories. I mean, come on, you knew it was coming, right? Someone had to say it. This was one of the top voted comments in the entire thread. It's a pun that's so obvious but so perfect that the entire internet just kind of nodded and went, yep, that was necessary. Oh, I love this one. This little story is just the perfect snapshot of that moment when internet culture smashes right into real life. It totally captures that feeling, you know? You're up late, you've made this huge discovery that feels world-changing, and the person next to you is just not having it. It's so real. I think we've all been there. Okay, so after all the jokes, the conversation took a really sharp turn. Underneath all the humor, people started getting serious. They started talking about the very real possibility that the Sphinx isn't just a solid block of stone, but a structure that's actually riddled with secrets. And we're not just talking about one or two little rumors here. Oh no. Commenters started listing them all out. You've got a hole on the top of the head. Some say for a headdress, others for some crazy sound system to make it speak. There's a shaft in its back, a hatch on its side. People were even talking about a basement underneath it all, not to mention tunnels from ancient tomb robbers. And get this, a passageway supposedly hidden right where this photo is focused, right under the tail. All of a sudden, the Sphinx feels less like a statue and way more like some kind of mysterious ancient building. And then there's this comment, which adds this whole layer of the modern-day controversy to an ancient mystery. A user brings up this old TV special with the famous Egyptologist Zahi Hawass. They're basically creating this narrative where a huge discovery was teased, and then, poof, it was just covered up. It takes the whole conspiracy out of ancient history and drops it right into our laps, right now. Okay, so this is where the discussion takes an even bigger leap. We go from wondering what's inside the Sphinx to questioning what the Sphinx actually is. That photo of the tail, combined with its super long body, led a bunch of users to challenge the one thing we all thought we knew, that it's a lion.
And this is exactly where something called the recarving hypothesis comes into play. A whole bunch of people in the thread were really pushing this idea. The basic theory is this: the monument we see today isn't the original. It's actually a modification of a much, much older statue. The pharaoh's head, they say, is just a smaller replacement for what was once a much larger original animal head.
So the debate basically split into two big camps. On one side, you've got the traditional view. It's a lion. Simple. It's a symbol of royalty. Maybe it's even facing its own constellation, Leo. Makes sense. But on the other side, a really compelling argument came up for Anubis, the jackal god. The people backing this theory argued that its posture is way more like a dog than a cat. Plus, that tiny head suddenly makes perfect sense if you think it was recarved from a much bigger jackal head. They even say the body style matches other Anubis statues.
And this, of course, raises a huge question. If it was recarved, then just how old is the original statue? This is where the discussion brought up the water erosion hypothesis. Now, this is the idea that the wear and tear on the Sphinx's body wasn't caused by wind and sand, but by thousands of years of rain. If that's true, it would push its age back to 12,000 years, or even more, way, way before the pharaohs. We'd be talking about a lost prehistoric civilization. I mean, it's pretty incredible when you think about it, isn't it? We literally went from a simple picture of a statue's butt through all the internet jokes you could imagine and somehow landed in a place where we're questioning the entire accepted timeline of human history. And I think that's the real takeaway here, you know? This ancient monument, this thing we thought we knew inside and out, can suddenly open up all these brand new questions, and it's all because we just looked at it from a different angle. It really proves that new discoveries aren't always about digging deeper. Sometimes it's just about turning around. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, if the Sphinx can hide its tail, and who knows what else, from pretty much the entire world for this long, what else are we all looking at every single day without ever really seeing it?